Hey guys, it's Charlene here, the Artistic Director for the Australian Dance Festival, and we're here today at the opening of Hairspray in Sydney. And with me today is Jason Coleman, the choreographer. How are you today, Jason?
I'm doing fantastic. How you going?
Good, thanks. So what was your reaction when they asked you to come on board as choreographer?
My initial reaction was jubilation. I mean, I was just so stoked. And then shortly after, the Doubtful Chorus Boy started to kick in, re-choreographing a Tony Award-winning show. But then the producers flew me over to London to see the current version of it there. And I sat in the Shaftesbury Theatre in London there and I watched the show. And I don't say this with arrogance, I say this in a creative way. I sat there and I thought, wow, I can do better than that. I can give that something new. I can give that something fresh and something modern. And with David Atkins' ideas here of the LED sets and where we wanted to take the show, I then sort of left London and came back home massively excited about the idea of reinventing something that was already brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, the LED sets are amazing, totally blown away, and the characters are fantastic. Tracy's great. I mean, what can dancers learn from the character of Tracy?
Well, what can we all learn, not just dancers, from the character of Tracy, is that believe in yourself, believe in what you have, believe in who you are, and get out there and show the world what's important to you, and maybe the world, might reflect that back in some way. Yeah. I've got a motto in my life, which is wake up every day and do what you can with what you have, and I think sort of Tracy's got that same little thing, in her mind.
Yeah. And so when you're casting for dancers in shows like this, what are you looking for?
Well, on a show like this, we're looking for triple threats, and I've said my whole career it's not enough to be just a dancer. You want to be an actor. You've got to be a singer. You've got to be an acrobat. You've got to be able to do everything. And here we looked at more than 3,500 people around the country, and I only had there's 30 people in the cast, but the chorus I guess essentially there's it's 12, 14 of them. So 12, 14 people out of 3,500. I was looking for the most talented, most diligent people who literally had an essence and a feeling and a look of the 60s as well. Yeah. And for all the dancers out here who are watching this, my advice in any audition is turn up and show them what you can do with no doubt, with no nerves, and because it's not always about you and your ability. There's so many things that you can't factor in. Maybe you're too short for the girls, maybe you're too tall for the costumes, maybe there's a bunch of things. So for any audition that you go for, you just turn up and you show them how good you are and you leave with your head held high, whether you get the job or not.
Yeah. Great. So last year you helped us break the world record for the largest song and dance to the song out of Hairspray, Welcome to the 60s.
Massively proud of that effort.
It was amazing, absolutely amazing. So this year we're going to do it again. This year we're going to help raise funds for the Butterfly Foundation to Lady Gaga's Born This Way, which is very exciting. You've just done the choreography for it and filmed it. Tell dancers what they can expect from the choreo.
Okay, I've made it a little bit harder this year actually than I did last year. Yeah, and intentionally so, because the dancers that are on the floor to break the world record last year, I expected that it was they weren't all going to be so actually dance driven, from dancing schools and all those sorts of things. But when I stood on the stage and I looked out there and I saw, no, these are all trained dancers and they were having such joy in what they were doing. And I believe as dancers we have to push ourselves, and if you're complacent about yourself as a dancer, you'll never improve. So when I went to put the video down for everybody to study this year, and two dancers from Melbourne that I had with me, Melissa and Max, I said to them, let's make this a little bit harder. Let's challenge these kids, give it a little bit more of a fun and funky flavour, and I believe that they'll all enjoy really dancing it, because it's really now, it's really modern, it's really progressive, and great choice of music, which came from you guys here at the festival, which is really great, because it's a really, really important message as well for all the dancers that are out there and for everybody that might be watching that we are born the way we are all beautiful, we are all perfect for what we're doing, and the days of the waif dancer are gone. We don't want these anorexically skinny. We don't. It's not what we're looking for as choreographers anymore. We want full-bodied people. We want people that look like real men and girls. I believe what you have to do is you have to be the best version of yourself that you possibly can be. Yes, and that comes with belief in yourself as well.
Yeah, and I feel like Hairspray tells that same message as well.
It's that same all-important message, we are all beautiful, we all have our place in the world, and we all fit in somewhere.
Great. So the video is going to be up on the Australian Dance Festival YouTube channel very shortly, so watch out for it. All you have to do is learn the choreography, learn the lyrics, come to the Australian Dance Festival on Saturday the 17th of September at 5 p.m. and dance like you love it.
And dance like you love it. That's the key.
Yes.
That's the key to all dancing. If you want to improve as a dancer, you've got to dance like you love it. That's the message.
Excellent. Thank you for your time, Jason.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
I am such a fan of the Australian Dance Festival and what you guys are doing there. And it's so important for all of us dancers and everybody else. So congratulations to you and Angela.
Hey, we're a fan of you.
Yeah, good on you.
Thanks.